Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 8th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But Taurus, let's see what is going on for you this week. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. I like that. 10 of Pentacles, amazing. The World as your center card, even more amazing. The Ace of Wands, love it. The Ace of Wands is my favorite card in the tarot. So I think that this is amazing for you, Taurus. But let's see what is going on for you here, Taurus. Taurus, you have the Badger Spirit. This card says be fearless, be bold. You always get the Six of Diamonds, for example, in the playing card reading system, or the Clover in the Lenormand. We're going to clarify with the Lenormand at the end, by the way. And you know, that is a card of needing to be fearless, needing to stand up for yourself. It is a card of imposter syndrome, as I say to you every single week, Taurus. So I feel like a lot of you need to be bold at this time. In this first row, you have the Five of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you that you could have been experiencing some sort of loss, or you could be stuck on some sort of loss here in the past. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there's a new path opening up for you here. I feel like some of you are just turning around, you know. Five of Cups represents crying over spilt milk, but not realizing that you have two cups right behind you. So I feel like, but what I would say is that I feel like for some of you, it's like you're turning around with this Ace of Pentacles. For others, I feel like saying things don't need to be perfect in this first row. None of these cards really represent perfection necessarily here, Taurus, but just intuitively, I feel like the message I'm getting here on this first row is that things do not need to be perfect. That Eight of Swords is definitely saying that you could set yourself free. I feel like that Ace of Pentacles is obviously, with the rest of the reading, is obviously some sort of new beginning that has great potential. Even if we go this way, Taurus, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the World, and you have the Ace of Wands. This is like an extremely successful new beginning. So I feel like if you're starting something new, whether it be love, business, money, spirituality, whatever, I feel like there's a lot of success in something new in here for you, Taurus. So love it. You start off this row with the Embracing card. This can be just a card of kind of like looking at what you have and just saying, well, this is what I have to work with. So it is kind of like a card of not really resourcefulness, but just kind of using what you have. So I feel like for some of you, you're just embracing the current time. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the World, and the Eight of Wands in this row. This is an amazing row. Definitely a lot of success coming in for you. I feel like for some of you, this could be travel. So if you're traveling, or if you're hoping to travel, or if you're looking to travel, this is definitely like a traveling row, of course. The World can represent traveling, obviously, and the Eight of Wands can also represent traveling, so, you know, or moving. So I do feel like some of you could be moving. This could be for like a job or business with that Ten of Pentacles. For others, obviously, maybe you're not moving, of course. For others, this to me is like reaching certain goals. So I feel like for some of you, you could be achieving things that you've been hoping to achieve at this time. So I feel like you could be finding a lot of success. Ten of Pentacles, success. Eight of Wands, quick success. So I think there's a quick success for you here. The World can also represent kind of like putting something out into the world. So I feel like for some of you, you could be, you know, putting something out like yourself. You could be putting yourself out into the world. You could be, you know, putting something on social media. Could be anything. But I feel like there is a lot of attention coming in for you here with that World card. For some of you, this Ten of Pentacles, I feel like this card is saying that it's really important for you this week to play the game. So I feel like for some of you, there are certain things that maybe we don't necessarily want to do, but it's like maybe there are things that we have to do, or maybe there are things that could make us more successful, right? If we do them. So the Ten of Pentacles can represent playing the game in some ways. It can also be kind of like a fake it till you make it card. Not really fake it till you make it, but again, you know, let's say, for example, on video, if I had a more bright and cheery personality, right, then then I would probably have a lot more people watching me instead of being relaxed and subdued, right? But it, you know, it is what it is, right, Taurus? But I'm just saying, like, maybe if you're on video, maybe being more bright and cheery is what you need to do with this Ten of Pentacles. Or maybe there's also the Ten of Pentacles can kind of represent like office politics. It doesn't really represent that, but that's what's popping into my head, Taurus. So in some ways, it's like maybe you have to play the office politics game. Maybe you have to, in business, maybe you have to kind of keep your mouth closed about certain things or whatever. But I feel like this is about playing the game for some reason. It's going to be different for all of you. Could also, by the way, Taurus, I'm getting a ton of stuff in this middle row. This is an amazing middle row. So this is also very good for love. For some of you, this could be like a long distance relationship. And so some of you could be traveling long distance for love here in this middle row. I'm also getting that some of you could be finding love. Ten of Pentacles to me is the best love card in the deck. Yes, it is a Pentacle card, but it's also the Tree of Life. And it kind of represents having everything kind of coming together. So definitely could be love. In this last row, you have the Higher Power card. This makes a lot of sense. You have these two aces here, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, which are both like offers from God or the universe. So I do feel like you are kind of getting an offer from the universe here. Again, in this row, you have the Ace of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Three of Cups. For some of you, I feel like you are being divinely guided here. The Ace of Wands is like kind of getting started on something. It is needing to start something as well. So I feel like you're starting something. The King of Swords, I feel like, could be dealing with authority figures as well. So you could be getting a lot of attention from authority figures or people in authority. And that Three of Cups is just some sort of celebration. I feel like saying that there was maybe like a competition. Maybe this competition only existed in your head, right? With this Ace of Wands, I feel like something is standing out to you. So what I mean by competition is, number one, it could be in love. Like maybe you were trying to choose between two people. Maybe you weren't sure who you were going to choose, but maybe someone won the competition in your head. Maybe someone here with the King of Swords has more authority in life. Maybe they are more in control. And the King of Swords can also represent someone who's very mature, but it can also represent someone who's had a lot of experience, who's had a lot of life experience, which is, really a very attractive trait for the most part, because it represents someone who's like successful, determined, and all these other things. So I feel like some of you, this could be a choice in love. For others, this could be a choice in a job as well. Again, I feel like just something is sexier here. Taurus is what I'm going to say to you. I feel like something is just standing out, and I feel like the universe is making it known. Same thing if you're like trying to start a business or whatever. I feel like you're just being guided with these cards. So love it. Amazing. So we're going to clarify this now with the Lenormand, Taurus, and we're going to see what comes up for you here. Between the Five of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, you have the House. This is the King of Hearts. This can definitely represent love. So I feel like this could be love coming in. And again, remember I said at the beginning, this actually looks like a turnaround to me. I feel like some of you are seeing these cups, and this can represent safety, security, comfort, protection. So I feel like you're just kind of like moving on to happier times from this sadness. Next, between the Eight of Swords and the World, yep, you have the Six of Clubs. This card is called the Cross. In this deck here, it's called the Crossing, but it's the same thing. It just represents kind of going through a difficult period of time. It represents like burdens and grief, but it does say the grass is greener on the other side. You have the World. It's like you're going from a very stuck energy to opening up to a very free energy with this World card. Next, between this Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, you have the Letter. This is the Seven of Spades in the playing card reading system, and it can just represent communication. I feel like some of you could be getting work communication or business communication this week, and it could be for like a raise, a promotion, or it could just be a pat on the back as well with that Eight of Wands. It could just be your boss saying, good job. Definitely like an energy of authority here. Could also be a job offer as well here, Taurus. Next, between the Ten of Pentacles here and the Ace of Wands, you have the Lady. This is the Ace of Spades, and this can represent a couple of things. It can represent kind of like someone who is difficult or challenging in your life, so be careful of that. But really, it's a card of like existing problems being resolved. So I feel like some of you, again, some sort of new beginning is going to lead to success with this card. Next, between the World and the King of Swords, you have the Seven of Hearts. This is called the Tree. The tree kind of represents a family tree. So for some of you, you could be dealing with family, or you could be spending time with family here. You could be traveling to see family as well with this World card. For others, this card can represent going back to your roots, but it's like a little bit, I feel different for you, Taurus. It can represent going back to your roots. Like maybe you had a job 20 years ago, and maybe you're going back to that type of job. Maybe you haven't had that job in a while. But I'm getting like I feel like this is who you are, is what I feel like saying. So I feel like the back to the roots message on this card is really just saying, I feel like you are kind of just realizing that you are capable of being very successful just as you are. So I feel like some of you are just kind of like being you with this card, and I love it. And finally, between the Eight of Wands here and this Three of Cups, you have the Fish. This is the King of Diamonds. This can represent a soulmate, by the way. So the King of Diamonds can just represent your soulmate or someone that you'll be with for a very long period of time. I don't attach gender to my card, so it could be whatever gender you're attracted to, doesn't matter. And, you know, it could be anything, but definitely could be a soulmate. For others, this could be like a financial harvest as well. And again, you have that 10 of Pentacles. I definitely feel like there could be some sort of financial harvest for you this week, Taurus. But Taurus, this looks amazing, definitely very positive. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.